While civilian Britain sleeps, history's greatest story is being written. Between midnight and breakfast, the D-Day plan is launched. And when the news breaks, the people at home rush to buy it. Eagerly they absorb every line of the rationed information as it comes to hand. The news is good, far better than they dared to hope. Bridgeheads are won. We penetrate inland. Airstrips are under construction, and best of all, casualties amazingly light. On that high crest of hope and optimism we end. At the same time, readying for the fuller news pictures which we will present in our next editions of Cathay Gazette. The dawn of June the 6th comes up like thunder over the invasion coast as Allied heavy and medium bombers, following in the wake of Bomber Command, send down their share of the 20,000 tons of bombs dropped in the 24 hours preceding the landings. The softening up of the German defenses along a broad stretch of coast. Among the other of those 11,000 first-line aircraft made available for the battle are rocket-firing planes sending their fiery-tailed projectiles into strong points in the Normandy section of Hitler's so-called West Wall. Fighter aircraft shoot up aerodromes, trains, road convoys, canals, ammunition dumps, gun sites, and any enemy aircraft that come their way. Strafing such as you've never seen before, and typical of the Sky War on D-Day, which the Luftwaffe could not match. Troop carrier aircraft, gliders and tow planes mass for the takeoff signal to open the second front. The Allied airborne force formed the spearhead of invasion. Each plane carries the special invasion markings, the broad black and white stripes for easy identification by our own airmen. Last message given to the hundreds of men flown over was, we want you to raise all the hell you can on the backs of the Boche. They did that and more. They swung a neat trick on the Germans by dropping lifelike dummies filled with explosives. Boarding ship for the Battle of Normandy. The Army group carrying out the assault is made up of British, Canadian, and American forces. From south of England ports go Monty's invasion men to spring their surprise on von Rundstedt's Nazis. Heading out to sea after a 24-hour delay because of the weather. Now that the flood of pictures of the invasion has started, we add length to our newsreel so that we may develop in fuller detail the pictorial history of the Western Front offensive and do justice thereby to the great Allied undertaking. 1944 will be remembered equally well by this strange reversal of events when, from England, came the conquest of German-occupied Normandy. Warships of the Royal Navy, with units of the Canadian and United States Navies, range their main armor on the coastal batteries. Enemy shells begin to drop among the landing craft, closing the shore. Beachheads are established. Across the broad expanse of sea, reaching to the distant misty horizon, the bridge of ships and landing craft, which has its abutment on the shores of England. Smoke screens are blown across as we dig in on the newly won position. Right in the spearhead of attack are Allied service photographic units and newsreel cameramen putting this amazing scene on celluloid.